Most of my experience as a recruiter, going back since 1995, has been on the corporate side. I used to do retained executive search, which meant that I was calling high-level candidates, senior-level executives within corporations. And these are folks that get calls from salespeople and recruiters all the time. Just like lawyers, they're a very sophisticated bunch. They're very intelligent, and they can sniff out a phony in the first 30 seconds of a phone call. When you make that first contact with someone who's successful, someone that is next in line to be promoted, someone that really is indispensable within their firm, and you want to recruit that person out, at the conclusion of your first conversation with them, you want them to have three things that happen. You want that candidate to come to the conclusion that this recruiter can help me. This person can provide value to me. The second thing you want to have happen, you want that person to say, I trust this recruiter. And then third, you want them to like you. If they like you, if they trust you, if they think that you can provide value to them, you've got a real candidate. First contact with that complete stranger. It's critical. When you're doing a cold recruiting call, you don't have any relationship already built, there's no referral, there's nothing that's going to bond you to that person. It's cold. You have to get them at the end of those 6 minutes to say, I trust you, you have my best interests at stake, and I like you, right? How do we get them to come to that conclusion? Well, a lot of it has to do with the tone of our voice and the amount of energy that we put into that conversation. It's an authentic relationship. In authentic relationships, there's a pace, there's a process, it takes time to build those. We don't have a lot of time, we got 6 minutes, so how do we do that? Well, I'll tell you one thing that I see when I consult to firms and a lot of the offices that I go to. The recruiters are a little bit too enthusiastic too soon with a stranger. Hi, John, how are you today? They ask, how are you today? That's the first thing they say. Okay, I don't know who you are. I know you don't care. I don't think you have my best interests at stake. The wall's going up. The wall's going up. I'm not letting you in. We can't get past that to the next step because we said, how are you today? Every salesperson says that. And then they say, the reason for my call is this. Come on. I mean, I'm reading the script also. I know that you're trying to pitch me something, so the walls go up again. How do we overcome that? Well, in the tone of your voice. I recommend that you refrain from the energy early on in the relationship. Think of it like this. If I met you at an airport for the very first time, and if I gave you a hug, you'd think I was some sort of a freak. Now, I'm a huggy kind of guy. If I know you, if I like you, I'll give you a hug. But if you're a stranger, I'm going to shake your hand. And as we get to know each other, if I see you at another convention, I'll give you a hug. I'm fine with that. But you know what? I see too many recruiters in too many offices. They give hugs over the phone when they should be giving handshakes. They're not at that level of intimacy in the relationship yet. You got to let it build. It can take a few phone calls. It could take 30 seconds. When you've got some sort of a bond with them, you went to the same school, you know the same people, you practiced at the same firm a couple of years ago, whatever. You've got a bond now, you can let that energy come through. Try that one tip and see how much more it helps you build an authentic relationship with your candidates.